This week, Sunday Night Football is back in the Bay Area. We've got the Rams and the 49ers, and I've got linebacker Dre Greenlaw with me. Dre, this is a team that went to the Super Bowl, was close to winning it all, the defending NFC champs, but you're coming off this loss to Miami. What was the mood like after that loss?
I mean, you can definitely feel everybody's vibe and, energy, and you can tell that everybody was hurt, just going in, just, having, such high expectations and just having that taste of getting to that Super Bowl. Everybody just, wanted to go and still have the chance, but, wanted to do everything in their power to set us up to, be able to, get there. But, and you could tell, coaches were disappointed, and I mean, we were disappointed in ourselves, but, we came in that Monday and then had the Tuesday off, and today, and coach just kind of, reiterated on, it's not about last week, it's about, this week, and, just, trying to, fight adversity. And, that's just what football is. It's about adversity. And, you can't dwell on the past, and we're just looking forward to this week. I think everybody, today I had a great practice, and, really look forward to, releasing some of that energy of that loss versus, the Dolphins on the Rams. So it should be a really fun game.
So you guys reset, you're trying to look forward, but the fact is, right, you're 2-3, and I'm sure you've heard this at this point a few times, that your schedule upcoming is treacherous, right? I mean, you have the Rams, the Pats, the Seahawks, the Packers, the Saints, the Rams again, and then the Bills. There are people out there that are already saying, all right, let's look to next season. We're writing off this season. You hear that, your response is what?
I mean, as a young guy, you don't really know if you're going to get it next season. So, as me personally, I just take it, game by game and, just day by day, really, because, in this league, you don't know how long you're going to be here. You don't know how things, may change up next year. So, for me, I'm really focused on getting better every practice and getting better every game, because I mean, it's still early in the season. Other people are looking, down the line, but I think the team that we have, I think we all believe in each other. I think we all know what we're all capable of. So we don't really kind of let, 3 losses kind of define who we are as a team. So, we got great leaders on this team, and they just constantly remind us of, the things that how we can just overturn this thing and, make it a great story. So I think that's kind of our focus. And, we don't really, look into what, look forward in the schedule to see, oh, we got this team. We just, next week we got the Rams, and, they're a good team and they're rolling in. And, we just love the game of football. We got football players, and we just want to play football. And I mean, that's kind of just our motto, and that's just kind of, how we work as a team. And, I think everybody has bought into that.
Well, Dre, let's just focus on this week then. Let's look at the Rams. I'll say at this point, the Rams are the NFC East champions. They don't get credit for that. They beat the teams in the East. They got to play the teams in the West. It doesn't make a difference that they swept the teams from the worst division in the East. They're playing your team. They're playing San Francisco. So you look at this Rams club right now. What do you make of this year's Sean McVay, Jared Goff offense?
I mean, he's an offense that, I think still does a lot of the same things that, he's been doing. He's going to go to his bread and butter. As you look at film, just you got play action pass, you got boot game, you got an incredible running game that, like to do a lot of different things. You got a lot of eye candy that he likes to play with, just guys going in motion and jets and stuff like that. So, I mean, he's always, been a guy that's, stick to his bread and butter. And I mean, you can see that on film as well. So, I mean, for us, it's just about playing our game and being disciplined and just, really looking into the film and seeing what we see and applying that to practice and applying that to the game.
You look ahead of the Rams, and the one guy that stands out right away, of course, is Aaron Donald. You don't have to go against him. That's good news. Your offensive line has to deal with Aaron Donald, though. Hey, you got to go all the way back to Lawrence Taylor, 1986, to have a defensive player win MVP. Is Aaron Donald MVP worthy? Because if you're talking about most dominant player, is he the most dominant player?
I haven't watched a lot of their defensive tape this year, but I mean, just looking looking at the previous seasons, and, he's always, top 5 and, the top 100 players. And I mean, he's definitely a freak of nature, man. And you got to know where he is at all times when he lines up, because I mean, I've seen just, watching ESPN and watching, a little bit of Sunday Night Football. And I mean, watching clips on Twitter, man, this dude, like 3 people are trying to block him and he ain't getting blocked. So, I mean, you definitely, like I said, you got to know where he is at all time, man. And he could be, I don't know too much as far as, how he's playing this season. It look like he's doing great, but I mean, he's definitely one of the most, one of the high caliber defensive players that I've seen. So it's going to be a tough task for sure.
But you got to support the concept of a defensive player should be able to win MVP, right?
Oh, no doubt. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he was MVP. What was it, 2 years ago?
Well, he was back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year, right?
Okay, he was back-to-back defensive player. He wasn't the MVP,
which again is rare, right? I mean,
right.
So, yeah,
right. No, I definitely support a defensive player being MVP, and I mean, nowadays they always want to give it to the quarterback or to a skill position, but I mean, when you got a guy like that, that's, I mean, causing the whole offensive line to block him, and he's still getting to the quarterback, then I mean, he's definitely in the mix.
You're in your second year. You were talking about your team and trying to regroup and reset, and that obviously a lot of that comes from the coaches and the leadership down. So at this point, who is a teammate of yours who you feel like has had a profound impact on you? A teammate who that teammate starts talking and immediately they have your full attention.
I mean, you got to give it to a guy like Sherman. He's haven't been with us the last couple of weeks, but you can tell a big difference when Sherman is on the field and when Sherman is in the classroom and when Sherman is just, with us as a team. Right now, he's kind of, been out because he's a little injured or banged up, whatever the case may be. But I mean, he's just a guy that, even the coaches, when he talk and he sees something and he knows how it's supposed to be played, or how it was played maybe a couple years ago and it didn't work out. I mean, he's a guy that's been through it all. So, I mean, you just got to listen and respect to what he's saying. And, I mean, just his confidence and his voice just gives that leadership that we've actually been missing in this last couple of weeks. And, I mean, we got other guys like Fred and Quan and Eric Armstead, and, that has really done a good job of just kind of trying to be more vocal. And, but I mean, just, having Richard Sherman back there in that secondary and just kind of, he's kind of like the eagle eye of the defense. I mean, that's one guy that's really who I look to. And, when I'm going through something or when something's not right or when I need that confidence boost, like Sherman's that guy to come in and be like, hey, man, what's going on? I can tell your head's been down. Like, or, I see he come to me. He'll see I made a play, like, oh, I see you like contact, or, you've been, just whatever it may be. But, just hearing it from a guy, like Sherm, I mean, it's really big.
I imagine he said something to you late in the season last year, because I got to ask you about that one specific play. I got to ask you about Big Play Dre, but I'll get to that in a second. Signature play last year, right? Week 17 against the Seahawks, right at the end of the game, Jacob Hollister gets the ball. You stand him up at the goal line. He doesn't get in. You guys win that game. What did that play mean to you in that moment, and what did it do for you going forward?
I didn't know exactly what it meant at the time, just for the fact that, just being a young kid, I'm just out there playing football. But, as we got to the locker room, we celebrated afterwards. It kind of just, it kind of started clicking a little bit that, holy cow. I mean, I didn't necessarily know that, I was winning the NFC championship game, but I just thought I won the game, you know what I mean? So, and then as, I got on my phone and started getting thousands text messages, and I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, this feel kind of good. But, I was just so excited to be able to have made a play, for my teammates, for one, because of just everything that they had been through, the previous season. And, I know how much the game meant for them and, for my coaches, because I mean, we had a really good season, and, to be able to make that stop and make that play to, you know, set us up for a bye week that last year. I mean, it was big. And, you know, like I said, as a rookie, I didn't know, but, you know, but for the coaches, you know, they, you know, it was big for them just as far as, you know, game planning, who we're playing now and just things like that. So, I mean, it was just a big accomplishment, you know, that I felt good for, you know, my teammates and coaches.
How many text messages you figure you got after that one?
Man, I don't remember. I had to change my number. I had a number change. I did.
You know, what did that moment do for your confidence? And at that point, are you no longer a rookie, basically?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely no longer a rookie. Just, you know, I believe it's a saying that after 3 games into your second year, you're no longer a rookie. So I tried to use a rookie excuse, you know, if something was, you know, mess up. I'm still a rookie. I got another game. But I think it's after 3 games that you're no longer a rookie. But, I mean, even after that play, you know, my coaches, hey, man, you're no longer a rookie. Like, I was like, yes, sir. But, yeah, man. I mean, it definitely that play definitely boosted my confidence going into the season, man, and finishing off, you know, into the playoffs and you know, just having that Green Bay and then playing Minnesota, man. It was, you know, you felt like you belonged there. So, you know, it just increased, and my teammates, you know, believed in me even more. So, you know, it just all came together, man. It's a huge blessing.
It was such a big moment, and I feel like it was the moment where Big Play Dre got introduced to the NFL. But Big Play Dre has been around for a while. Where did this start?
You know, I was actually it was in high school, and I just started playing football in 9th grade. So, you know, people didn't, you know, necessarily know too much about me going into high school. So, because it was my junior high, I was 8th and 9th grade. So, going into, you know, high school, 10th grade year, my head coach, you know, he put me at punt return, kickoff return. I was a safety at the time. I would play quarterback, I'd play receiver, so, I mean, it was just like, and every time I got the ball, it was just like, you know, one game I had like a 95-yard touchdown. The next game I had like a pick 6. The game after that, I had like a fumble, recovery for a touchdown. And then I had that same year, I had a kickoff return for a touchdown. And I mean, it was just like, it was crazy how I was just, you know, making these big plays, offense. I was throwing the ball for touchdowns. And he was like, hey, man, I remember reading the newspaper one time. He was like, it's Big Play Dre. And I'm telling you, man, it stuck with the whole, you know, the state of Arkansas. And it just carried on into college. And I mean, ended up making my Instagram name Big Play Dre. And I mean, it just kind of, it stood and went into college. You know, starting as a freshman, and, you know, everybody's like, it's Big Play Dre, you know, and just, you know, went all the way to my senior year. And, you know, not too many people in the NFL knew about me, but, you know, hopefully they know a little bit now.
What's your coach's name? Because we gotta give you
Coach Patton, Coach Daryl Patton. Yeah, he was the guy. He was the guy that named me Big Play Dre.
Shout out to Coach Patton. It started in high school, came to college, and is now into the NFL. Big Play Dre. Dre Greenlaw, listen, really appreciate the time. It was great chatting with you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.